Hey everybody, Theta here, back with the Stone-Faced Reactions, Magic Knight Rayearth. I know I've talked over it just about every time since, like, I don't know, episode 6 maybe? I do very much still like the music. Um, God, if only I could remember what year this comes out in. Let me see, I'm still on the Discord here, and we're in the opening, so I'm not missing anything. Did Fail Fisher tell us what date this came out in all of these listings of shows? By the way, if you have any recommendations, I know I've already said in a previous episode I'm inundated with shows I'd want to watch. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Fail Fisher is like one of two people that have hit up our recommendation area on our Discord. And I think at the very least, this and like the three other shows you watched me do a solo shows you that I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it, I'm watching the trailers, I'm taking in the suggestions. God, where did you post this? There it is. Magic Knight Rayearth. And you said nothing about the date. The opening is from 1994. Okay, so nearish? No, never mind. I was about to say nearish to when Macross comes out, but Macross comes out 10 years earlier, I think. I'm dealing with timelines of eras of music. So I'm thinking back to like 69 with 79. Say 69? No, because 63 was Astro Boy, and we heard what that sounded like. So it must be 79 with Gundam OG, just Mobile Suit Gundam. We know what that sounds like. Then we go to, what, 84 with Macross, and we know what that sounds like. And this is 94, and we know what this sounds like. We go to, like, 2000s, Gundam Seed and Razefon. We know what those sound like. Actually, those sound like a step back. I prefer this to Gundam Seed and Razefon something sound. I don't know, Razefon, maybe. That's getting nostalgia for me. Beware the dreaded ground Hydra. Ooh, we're using teamwork in the fights now, too. And then, of course, by the way, every other anime that we've reacted to that's been modern, like, current. I called it the ground Hydra, by the way. And as a lot of Hydras walk on the ground, but this one's like a Tremors monster. I think this might be why Symphogear would be like an evolution of this. Symphogear was to do it, it would be all of their attacks merged into one being said at the same time with multicolored text. We wouldn't have to repeat 3 different attack animations that are effectively the same but different colors. She's the super energetic one, and obviously the team leader. Man, still thinking back to Vigor. Oh, no, sorry. I just brought her up an episode ago. I don't think so. I don't think this is a regret moment. For what it took to defeat Alcyone, you needed a number of upgrades you did not have. It's not a healthy train of thought to be in either way.
必ずマジックナイトとなってセフィールを救って。あの後、ふーちゃん一生懸命何度も癒しの風をプレセアにかけたのに。
Which, by the way, appreciate the effort. For anyone who ever wanted to Phoenix down Aerith, by the way. Old school. I don't know what happens in the current new Final Fantasy Rebirth thing. Don't tell me. Waiting for that to come out on PC.
ただ言われた通りに進んでいるだけだった。クレフにマジックナイトになれって言われて、できるならそうなりたいと思ったけど、それは憧れとか。
There, she was the most excited to be here. You might not know this, but Umi has a fencing tournament this weekend.
このセフィーロで私たちを助けてくれたクレフやプレセアやフェリオが望むようにマジックナイトに。
The one drawback of this show is that they have not built out the world. Those towns that they visited all those times, those people might as well just be silhouettes. I don't know what they're about. Some of those villages, in fact, drove them away, so I have no chance to know what they're about. It's fine, he's probably Clef. He's probably just Clef.
マジックナイトになるためにあとどれくらい旅を続ければいいのでしょうか。そういえばそうね。ププップーモコナプププンプププーンプププーン
I wonder what's going to become of all these powers and development that they've gone through when they get back to Earth. Because you know at least Umi wants to go back to Earth. The woman she loves is there. This is a D&D style map, by the way. Oh, we know where that circle thing is. That's where they get the gem. I mean, ore. It's your Indiana Jones flight line thing. That's where you get the dragon thing. Celeste, I think, is the name, right? So you're literally at the edge of the mountain where you needed to be. No, that's Princess Emerald, isn't it? One of the DC shorts that they made is like a little cartoon thing of like five short segments, I think, was a version of Princess Emerald, which is a DC character, by the way, who gets sucked into her video game and has to do little video game quests to win and save the little Emerald world that she's like a princess of. Highly recommend. They are very good. I wish there was literally a Princess Emerald cartoon. I'd watch it, not on here on the channel though, because we don't watch cartoons here. We're an anime channel. I'd really think that would be Umi's backstory. That's the brother's thing. The Kendo dojo.
見たいな、ふーちゃんの弓道着姿。もう少ししたら試合があるんです。ぜひいらしてね。いいの？もちろん。はい。私のフェンシングの試合にも招待するわ。ありがとう。そうと決まったら、一日も早く東京に戻れるように頑張ろう。その前に。
Let me know.
なんなのよ、ふー。せっかく勢いつけて出発。
Let me know if there is a game like that they just showed on the screen for this. So I might be interested in playing that too. Given this comes out in 94, it'd be right there with my whole Final Fantasy playthrough. 1 through 6. So much for that heartfelt moment. Man, already halfway through the episode, and I feel like I've just been talking nonsense. Because I'm Clef, I've got a message for you.
どうしたヒカル？
さらわれた。いや、さらわれたんだと思う。
どういうことだ？
私にもわからない。振り向いたら突然光の壁み
To
たい
be
な。
fair, you also haven't gotten up and
ちゃんと
checked.
フーちゃんを飲み込んだんだ。
光の壁？
クレフ、知ってる？
いや、聞いたことがない。
クレフでもわからない魔物なのか。
私の知っている魔物など。
Convenient, isn't it? Mokona didn't know anything about the light, and then Display Clef doesn't know anything about the light.
特殊な場合を除いて、すべて人々の不安が形となったものだ。
不安が形になったもの。
エメロード姫はこの世界すべてをその意志の力で支えている。セフィーロが常に平和で人々の住みやすい世界であるようにと祈るエメロード姫の心がセフィーロを
It's a lot of pressure to put on one person.
豊かで美しい世界に保っていたのだ。しかしエメロード姫は今セフィーロの安定を祈ることができない。
There's literally this like Outer Limits type show
大地はなく
that has a skit about a therapist convincing an obsessive compulsive guy that his tics are just in his head and the world won't go crazy if he stops. And the moment he stops, the world goes fucking crazy. Because he's basically Princess Emerald here, keeping the world together. So he's getting released from the loony bin. And the doctor's like, what do I do? My wife and family are on a plane. He says, it's all on you now, Doc. It's up to you to keep the world right. And walks out into the crazy world. Oh no. No, no, it feels like evidence that Mikano is not Clef. But I don't want to give up my theory right before I get proven right at the end of the show. Yes, it was a very fast monster. And it's had about, I feel like 7 minutes to get away from you.
あの地図。モコナが見せてくれた地図。あれなら海ちゃんとフーちゃんがどこにいるかわかるよ。
I mean, assuming that Mikano's just not tracking himself
そして動いて
and doesn't have some sort of mysterious... Never mind. He does have a mysterious tracker on them.
そっちなんだね。行くよ、モコナ。
I guess the thing about the light, though, is that it, like, dead ends in the air. So it's not like something way up there. See, yeah, like, it must be coming from under the ground. Like the Hydra at the start of the episode.
海ちゃん、フーちゃん。
God, I have run through forests filled with, like, vines like that. That is super painful. I cannot imagine doing that. So we would always just, like, inch our way through and, like, wiggle our way in.
ヒカルさんは本当にお優しいんですね。私たちを心配してくれるのは嬉しいけど。
I do almost get the drift, though, that this might be a
ヒカルさんは
recap episode, because I think so far
私は学校では弓道部ですの。
3/4 have been, like, recap, or at least past imagery.
一日も早く東京に戻れるよ。頑張ろう。海ちゃん、フーちゃん、待ってて。絶対に、絶対に。
I don't have anything against recap episodes, by the way. Specifically if they have additional content like this one does. This is a really good show of Hikaru's drive. Just like last time was Fu's willpower. This is clearly Hikaru's drive. And I like that. It makes her a good framing device.
今、確かに音が。しまっ
Surprise, bitch! God literally just appeared behind you for no reason. Yeah, the beam had to have grabbed Mokona, otherwise Mokona would have landed down here too.
海ちゃん、フーちゃん。モコナ。海ちゃんたちを助けなきゃ。
I think we are also showing that they can survive falls of any height.
一緒に東京
They
へ
fell off a cliff face, and now she's fallen into a ravine.
三人一緒に東京に戻るんだ。自分でそう決めた。海ちゃんとフーちゃんと約束した。約束を破るのは絶対嫌だ。だから
I would think that she would be the next one to find a dragon. Because it seems like the one that would be high up in the air would be a Fu one.
あの光、どうして海ちゃんとフーちゃんを狙ったんだ。動くものを狙っているのか。
Yeah.
違う。
I always think back to that Naruto Chunin same thing where he dug through the ground and his fingertips are bleeding. Because the rock and shit gets underneath his nails, and that's legit torture. It seemed like she was doing that crawling against the rock.
私は動いていなかった。あの時の二人と今の私の共通点はなんだ。
Ow. This is worse than Fu's.
海ちゃん、フーちゃんは血を流していたんだ。それに今の
Fu cut them up and then had to overcome. They're fine.
血に誘われて現れる。
Hikaru is just getting fucked up. Sorry, why did you do that to yourself? Oh, okay, right. You just said.
こっちだ。さあ来い。
These
おのおの
not fighting abstract concepts are now attacking you. Because more stuff like that is going to be really hard to deal with.
心が生み出したものなのか。ヒカルさん、ヒカル、どうしたのその怪我。何があったんですの？また魔物ですか？一人で戦うなんて無茶よ。
Sorry, you don't remember what happened?
海ちゃんとフーちゃんがいてくれたから頑張れた。一人じゃないよ。
I mean, I do really like this. The concept of even when we're alone, we're together.
セフィーロを救おうね。
And we're not just saying it, we're showing it by having episodes.
そして
But Fu, come on, get on it, healer.
一緒に東京へ帰ろう。癒しの
There we go. If you acknowledge that you're in an RPG, be the healer that you're supposed to be.
行こう。次のマシンを蘇らせるために。
That was a really good episode. That I had almost instantly written off as filler. Because, I mean, that was so much more than Fu's episode of having to deal with what happens when my friends are isolated. Because that was, again, that was the Drive episode. She literally tore herself apart in order to make sure her friends were okay. It also does answer the question of if they're going to stay once they've solved the problems, the world's problems, or are they going to want to go directly back home again? And it's like they're fighting to go home again. I really think that question got answered back in Umi's episode, where we see everything she left behind and where her heart really lies. Who do I think is gonna be in the ball? It was different once, I think, and even then I can't remember. You know, it hasn't been the person the episode was about in a long time, but I'm gonna go with it again, Hikaru. I'm gonna say it's her. It's gonna go red today.
私、シドを光る。フーちゃんが空の神殿で第二のマシンウィンダムと出会う。ところが私たちの前にザガードの命を受けたイノーバが姿を現した。イノーバは卑怯な手を使いフーちゃんに迫った。マジックナイトレイヤース第二のマシン空心ウィンダム、絶対見てね。
Come on. I've literally got no stakes. Nothing's up for grabs. Give it to me.
今日は光る。みんな当たったかな？
Yes, for the second time in 14 episodes. So, we're finally gonna get the white outfit dude. I'm gonna make a guess. His power is going to be shape-shifting. We saw Firo in the episode. I don't think Firo is going to be in the episode. And we've already got an illusionist. I'm thinking, I've already forgotten his name. It's the first time I've ever heard it. He's going to be a shapeshifter. Kind of subverting the whole illusion motif, but I don't know. What else? I had guessed that Hikaru was, Dragon was going to be the next one, but I guess not. I thought it was going to be her next because we had so obviously had the Sky one. I think what I was really guessing was that she was going to find it down there in the valley. And it was going to be a this episode thing and not a next episode thing. But I guess it makes sense. She's predominantly been what feels like the main, like the leader. Maybe a oh, I've forgotten the Latin for what I usually say. First among equals, whatever the Latin is for first among equals. That they're all like together and equal, but when a decision needs to be made, or when somebody charges forwards without thinking to make said decision, she's the one that does it. And also, a lot of the show seems to focus on her more than the rest. Maybe less so now that we've evened it out through 14 episodes, but that was my original impression at least, and I feel like that kind of stands. Otherwise, we got Zagato sitting in a throne in the next time on, and I'm always down to see more Zagato stuff, because I still don't know what he's fucking about. I mean, I had that guess that I made last time, and I'm real eager to see if that pans out. But otherwise, more information is good information. Plus, I kind of get a Sesshomaru vibe from him. And if anybody knows, Sesshomaru is one of my favorite, like, bad guy or anti-hero characters. Like, most people would say, like, Vegeta. And I would say Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. And I kind of get this Sesshomaru vibe from him. So, I kind of just want to know more about what Zagato's up to before we get to episode 20 at the very least. But yeah, that's been it for me now. I'm gonna go and wrap up here and I'm gonna write another episode. I'm gonna watch another episode, and I'm probably gonna call it there for the night, because I'm gonna have these last 4 or whatever episodes, how many episodes I recorded in this bunch to edit before tomorrow morning when I do more recordings with Griff. So, yeah, next episode should be the last one I record in this sequence. Otherwise, thank you for joining me once again. Love all of you who come out here to watch me. Otherwise, I will see you next time for another Stone-Faced Reactions. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?